Hello everybody, friends, family, and strangers. Thank you for coming to my video. This video is intended for newbie people entering the cryptocurrency market. So you probably have a knack or want to understand a little bit of what it is and how to buy. I myself have crash course this topic, and within a week I've learned quite a bit. I've started investing, and the reason I have is because technology is something I'm keen to. I love it, and I think we've seen through the history and past that if you're not on board and you don't adapt and adopt certain changes, you're going to be left behind. So I personally am investing in it. I've been learning, researching, and it's quite a bit of information, and one can easily become lost. Um, Even if you do have a technical background, it can be a little bit overwhelming. But I hope this video will suit everybody's needs and help them to get started. And before we begin, just a quick shout out to my buddies, my friends, and everybody who's been supporting me. So I definitely want to say thanks Brilliant Boss, Honest Henry, Magic Mike, and Radical Robin. Also the people out there, the community, especially the YouTubers like Crypto Bobby, Data Dash, and Belina, and the Realist News. I've just learned quite a bit from them and can't thank them enough. So let's get started. First, I want to point out that to start into the game, the best practical way and the safest way is to go do all your exchanges and buy digital currency on the site called Coinbase. It's very popular. It's gaining rapid recognition. As you can see here, there's quite a bit of currency out there in the world, and it's just growing by the minute. So this site is primarily for the beginners, and here you can buy and sell, as you can see, Bitcoins, Ethereum, and LiteCoin. Some of you may be asking, well, I've heard about Bitcoin. What the heck is Ethereum and or Litecoin? Well, those are also cryptocurrencies that have their own technology per se, and they're used for different applications and transactions. So as you'll see when you do your research on the side, you'll see that there's quite a few other cryptocurrencies, also called altcoins, that are out there in the world for you to research and to think about if you want to partake and invest in them. So the perfect analogy would be like gold, silver, and cash. You might want to just diversify, as one person told me. So think about that. So if we're ready to begin, you can definitely use the link at the bottom below, and you'll see here's my referral code. This will ensure that your deposit of first $100 will benefit both you and I. We'll both receive $10 of Bitcoin, and that just goes towards our investment or habit or whatever you want to call it. So also just a note, you can at any time just go ahead and do your research. If you're new, this will give you a great insight and a little bit more about Ethereum. So let's get started. So the first thing you'll do is you'll enter your email address. You'll go ahead and register. I'm going to just start the process of creating a new account. This may have already been okay, great. So I myself, and let's see. So the beautiful thing is you can choose whether it's going to be an individual or business. So if you're taking, oh, okay, so that's a very interesting thing. So they stopped taking merchant services, but for institutional, you can also look into this. But you'll fill out your details here. And yada yada yada. Make sure you pick your state, and you'll make sure you're not a robot. You'll go through the process of checking this and creating the account. Okay, so once you submit and you go check your email, you'll find a link in there that says, hey, you must confirm. So the one thing you'll find in the real world is that everything related to Bitcoin is going to be very secure. So it's protection for you and protection for others, and just all around it's really secure. And another good reason using Coinbase is that it's FDI insured up to 100,000. So I think that's the right number. So you'll want to research that on your own and check that out as well. Alright, so you'll go ahead and just fill out some more information. Once you've successfully logged in and confirmed your email, you'll want to make sure your phone is hooked up. This way you're protected from scammers, and it definitely helps in the long run. Okay, so once you go through your phone verification, you'll be then taken straight into your dashboard for Coinbase. Yep, and the first thing you'll see is there's quite a few charts and numbers that may scare you, but rest assured it'll be very easy to deal with. So the first thing I want to say is these are all clickable. You can't really do much harm here in this area, so you could click on these. These are the different coins as I was mentioning. So you have Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, which is a different spin-off per se. It's another cryptocurrency of the Bitcoin, Ethereum, which is a very popular coin, and LiteCoin. So on this site, you can purchase these three, and I'll go into details in just a bit how to do that. And here you can take a look at the graphs, and we'll go over that some other time, but feel free to play around and take a look. So now that you have the basic done, you've set up, logged in, we're gonna take a look and look at our portfolio. So here we can see that we don't own any coins. This chart will show you the percentage you have, and you can flip back and forth. So what we'll want to do is buy some Bitcoins. So you'll definitely go into your accounts. You'll need to set up your account by sending a payment, and I definitely recommend both of these options. One, they're both advantages and disadvantages of both. This is very quick, but your limit to purchasing is capped, and this has a higher cap, but it is a little slower. Okay, so a few things to note here. When you're connecting with your bank account, you'll connect instantly. This will take you to a portal window. You can do an SSO, a secure login, and connect with your bank details, and you'll be connected. Then you'll either have to call your bank or go online and look at 2 deposits, or it could be 3, that this merchant, which is Coinbase, have made for identification, verification per se. So you can choose to connect with your bank or your debit card. And if you do your debit card, they want to make sure your debit card is not stolen, so you'll upload your ID. Basically, let's see here, we'll go through. Yep. So you'll either do your driver's license or photo ID, and once you've set that up, you'll go through the process of entering your card information, and you'll be done. Alright, so basically, once you're complete with that, uploading, basically you'll be uploading your photo ID, and you're on to the next step, which will be to enter your card information as you see here. You'll fill this out, and you're good to go. Alright, so as I mentioned, depending on your bank, you will need to verify these small transactions for your safety and whatnot. So Wells Fargo is my bank, and you have to call them, which is annoying. So I'm gonna go ahead and enter the values that they deposited, and again, you're gonna have to call, verify, or go online, and hopefully this will be valid. Boom. Alright, we're good to go. We are making progress. So as you can see here, I am now onto the buy sell tab. We were originally at the accounts, and now we can actually start purchasing. So what are we purchasing? We can see here that we have a limit, and you can increase your limits by doing several security measures. You can definitely research this, and this will definitely give you some insight how and all that it can be broken down. So take a look at that when you get a chance, but 300 is just enough for us to get our feet wet. So so you may be asking, okay, what do I want to buy, and how do I buy, and what should I buy? Well, a couple of strategies. Remember I said if you make your deposit of $100, you're definitely going to get that bonus for the both of us if you do the referral link, and that'll just give you a little bit more. So I think Bitcoin is pretty hot and will be hot. You can definitely diversify. As I mentioned, you want to spread out, not just be married to one coin, because these will fluctuate. And now we can actually go back, so perhaps you might have a little bit more understanding. You can see now I'm flipping through. You can see what is happening in the market, and one thing to note is this market is 24/7, so it doesn't stop, doesn't sleep. Somebody around the world in Dubai is probably making some purchases, you know, buying his McDonald's with his Bitcoins or whatnot. So just keep that in mind. You know, the market's going to be volatile because here in the States we're probably sleeping, the majority of us, unless you're a crypto crack. And you know, I do have friends like that that don't sleep and watch this 24/7. I think that might be bad for your health. So anyways, let's go back, and I think I'm pretty content in buying maybe with this account. We're gonna do, let's do 50 Bitcoins. Seems pretty safe. We're gonna make a purchase. You're gonna obviously confirm. You'll see here it's instantly, and the beautiful thing about this is once it's instant, you'll see some activities here. You can click, see what's going on. Everything's really fast, pure. This is definitely comparing. What you're comparing this is to a horse versus a Ferrari. So the horse being like PayPal and other um, slow technology, as opposed to a Ferrari, which this is instant and lightning fast. So take that into consideration. So we have $50 worth of Bitcoin. So what that means is it will take a few minutes actually to have the transaction completed. Even though it says, hey, I did purchase, there's the technology behind this is still faster than anything we know, and that's a different topic, but it will definitely show up in your account pretty soon. Okay, so going back, as I mentioned, if you do have FAQs, definitely right here is the place to look. How long does it take? What are their fees? And if I can cancel, yada yada yada. So just you can read up on this anytime, and if that gives you some peace of mind. Okay, so I went back into my account, and this took about 2 minutes, maybe less than 2 minutes. I went back to my account. I can see I did the purchase, and boom, I have some Bitcoins. All right, so let's see what happened here. All right, so I have a balance of 47.78. So one thing to note is, if you want to purchase one full Bitcoin, I hope you have $8,595.25 at this current time, and this will probably fluctuate within the next couple seconds. So one thing to note is you are purchasing fractions of a Bitcoin with USD dollars. You're buying into it just like the stock market, hoping for a gain, not hoping for a loss. You want to purchase low, just like I sort of did. I purchased at the dip, as it's called. This is the peak, and I think this was the perfect buying time. So, okay, let's hop on back to the buy sell. I think I'm gonna buy some Bitcoin Cash, $25 more. Same process. There's a few other options. You can repeat buy, and this you can play around once you feel more comfortable. Okay, and now we're going to go for the Ethereum. Let's buy $25 worth of this as well. Bada bing, bada boom. We're making some progress here, and we can see in our account here. Okay, well, Ethereum hasn't been resolved yet. It's still going through its transactions. You can see, and the good thing about Coinbase is they notify you on every transaction, so you can feel secure. Okay, that's nice. Okay. Alright, and the last one, we're going to make a LiteCoin purchase. And that should do it for us. So if we go back, LiteCoin might still be processing. And we have all three. Now I can actually see, hey, I got a colorful wheel here, pie chart, for you graph geeks. And I'm going to hop on over, and the nice thing is you can click on each coin, and you'll see the transaction as we've seen before. And boom, LiteCoin was deposited. Bada bing, bada boom. Pretty sure the bonus happens once all transactions are verified, and we'll be good to go on both ends. So then you're all set. So now you may be thinking, what next? So this is where I'm probably going to stop the video. This was a good introductory of how to set up, purchase, just a little bit of info, background. So I guess I'll just end it off with wrap this up with some tips and ideas. You can definitely leave your balance. You just leave your coins here. Don't sell. Just watch the market. One thing to note is that there is a Coinbase mobile app you can download from both the Android and Apple stores. You might want to check that out. It's very simple, intuitive, same features. Think of this like preschool, where it's super easy. This is an exchange that's probably the most simple and basic. In future topics, or if you do your own research, you'll see that there's quite an abundant, uh, like there's different exchanges out there. You'll just have to do your research. The other thing to note is this will be non-stop. Set yourself some goals, perhaps. I know with the app you can actually set some alerts if you're banking and waiting for this to drop even further. You can set alerts that, hey, I want to buy at an 8,000 price for each of these coins. And yeah, just explore the different tools, reports. You can check out the settings. I highly recommend going through this, filling this out, and just to secure yourself, especially check out the security. So there's quite a bit here that you probably learned, and the only thing I can say is, hey, do what you can. You'll be fine enough if you just leave your money here, let it sit, learn the tactics by just doing some research, and figure out what you want to do. Do you want to just invest in these top 4 coins that are the most known, or do you want to start dabbling into other coins that are out there, and do some research why you would want to buy those coins? And if you have any comments, questions, leave them in the comments field. And again, greatly appreciate if you use the referral link, and we'll be all set. All right, thank you, and have a great time enjoying the cryptocurrency life.